Hello and welcome to Quirky Cat Crafts. This is Sherry. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get started and make some tiles for my Minnie Mouse pink and black and white checkbox project. Real quick, probably should have this set up at the beginning. I did 4 stickers on pink glitter clay, or paper rather. Hopefully I don't forget to zoom back out. Okay, so I did Minnie and Figaro and a couple of bows. And so this is just, it's actually glitter printer paper. It's designed so that the glitter doesn't come off. I got it at Walmart, I can tell you that. So just waiting for I just put a little bit of glossy accents on, stuck the sticker down, put a little bit of glossy accents, and then pushed the cabochon down on it and kind of smeared it around a little bit to get the glue spread out, and waiting for that to finish drying, and then that will be 3 of my tiles. And then I was playing with some stamping ideas. And I decided that the mirror with this piece is too big for the box, so that'll get saved for a different project. So I am going to use the stamp of Minnie's head. And then I had a clear rubber stamp that I feel resembles Figaro pretty well. So I was playing with ideas because the Minnie and the cat need to be on white clay. But then I didn't know if I wanted to do this on white clay. And I really don't. I want to do it on pink clay and use silver ink for the paw prints and then the black ink for the Friends Forever. So I think these 2 are going to be done by themselves on the white clay. And then I'm going to do the XOXO and the love on the pink souffle in the silver ink as well. So that's what we're going to do first, okay? All right. So, yeah, I've kind of been all over the place with this one and too many ideas, but I think I've narrowed it down. So we're going to see how this comes out. Because what was happening was then I was like, I didn't know what I was going to be using this clay for. Because I didn't want to do the buttons on it because they were going to blend in and disappear. So I knew that the buttons weren't going to be on the pink clay. So, yeah, anyway. Sorry. Okay, so paw prints in silver in the shape of a heart. And this will be the centerpiece. So we're just going to put it down and give some nice even pressure. Make sure I get all of the paw prints connected. Yep, we're good. Okay. And then we have our Friends Forever, which I'm going to do in black. And I'm going to center it as best I can, eyeballing it. Ooh, that's a really bad ink job. We're going to wipe that off and do that again. Because that was going to create a whole lot of yuck. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I need to get to bed, but I wanted to get these in the oven so that when I get done with what I have to do tomorrow night, the tiles will be ready to go and I can get a better idea of my direction. So, all right, my head's probably going to be in there, you guys, because I got to make sure I'm lined up, and I think that's good. And I hope this works. Ew. That's really weird. It was like Oh, because the black ink is mixing with the silver ink. That's what's happening. I don't know. I gotta look at this. Hold on, you guys. It worked so well on paper. I wonder if I need to I know what I need to do. All right, that's no good. So we're going to save as much of the pink clay as we can here. That just stinks. Yeah, the silver ink wasn't dry yet. I wonder if I should try it again and let it dry better and then come back to it. Because my other thought is to cut out a piece of paper in the shape of the Friends Forever. And, sorry you guys. And put it down on the clay and then stamp the paw prints so it'll leave a plain space in the middle. And it came out so good on the paper. I don't know. We're going to see if I can scrape any of this off. And I do like one attempt, and if it doesn't work, which it doesn't look like it's going to, well, it might a little bit. I mean, this is being really nitpicky. It's not even that much clay. That's good enough. Throw that away. All right. I'm going to try it one more time where I'm going to let the silver ink dry really well before I do the black ink on top of it. And if that doesn't work, then I'll do my plan B. That's what we're going to do. All right, let's try the hearts again. Silver ink. Sorry, you guys. I thought I was being so smart testing it out on paper before I came on to film, so I didn't waste time. And yeah, not so much. I also don't want to do as much pressure because I feel like because it was such an impression that the Friends Forever wasn't really connecting with the clay properly. That's better. Baby wipe. Or two, since it gave me two. Okay, fine. Anyway. Clean that up. And while I'm doing this, update on Midnight, the yard cat, at my trucking yard. I've been really worried about him this week. He's been acting very weird. He's not been coming out from his hiding spot, and I was afraid he was sick and, you know, looking for his place to go hide to die. And I'm still not 100% convinced he's not feeling under the weather. But, I did get my hands on him this morning. And he was purring and seemed pretty happy, so he just didn't eat very much. But it is getting warmer too, so I'm keeping an eye on him the best that I can. I mean, I'm not made of money. I can't exactly afford to be taking stray cats to the vet all the time. That's why I tried starting up the Amazon Associate Program, where if people order stuff off Amazon after clicking on my link, then I get a little bit of a kickback for it. But I've been on that for about 2 months now, and that link is in the description of every video I post. But Haven't had a whole lot of, either people aren't buying a lot of stuff on Amazon or they're not clicking on my link. But if they click on my link and then anything they buy, it doesn't have to be craft supplies. It can be anything. You know, I get like a very small percentage. And like I said, I've been on there for about 2 months. And so far, I've only made like $7. And they don't even pay it out until you reach 10. So, that was my intention with that. And I'll leave it set up and maybe eventually people will start clicking on my link to do their Amazon shopping. Because even if you're buying a pack of toilet paper, I still get like 3%. And it doesn't cost you guys anything. Except for the extra time to click on my link before you go to your Amazon. But I can only do so much. I can only do what I can do. So yeah, this morning it was all 3 of the black cats, Midnight, Spooky, and Shadow showed up. And then Midnight hadn't come out yet. And when I was looking for him underneath the truck, and there were several sets of eyes staring back at me. And then 4 little baby raccoons came tumbling out from underneath the truck. It was like a clown car of raccoon babies. And no fear whatsoever, just running right up to me. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, was I feeding your mother while you were in utero and you recognized my voice? Back off. And they had, like I said, no fear. They were just like coming right up to me. And I'm like, wait, wait, wait. Had one of them trying to climb up my leg. Which, I'm not scared of them, but, you know, I'm not stupid. They are a wild animal and they could get rabies. And I do have the type of luck where I would end up getting bit by one that does. Because that's my luck. So, anyway, so I got them off me with some cheddar popcorn. So that I could deal with the cats and give the cats time to eat. And yes, I name the cats and the raccoons. So those 4 babies are Eenie, Meenie, Miney, and Mo. And like I said, no fear whatsoever. It was ridiculous. So, all right. And then I was also thinking, I've got a little silver heart, a little silver paw print, and then a little silver flower. Am I even still in the shot, you guys? Oh, wow, I am. Yay, me. Okay. And I'm going with, this is my thought process, because I have tons of different hearts and flowers. But the paw print, because it's open and you're going to see the pink clay coming through, I wanted an open heart, and kind of an open flower. And then I'm going to glue a pink gemstone to the top of this one after I bake it. So, so I will have 3 little silver charms on this pink clay as well. So, okay. And then the buttons, I've narrowed it down, you guys. Definitely Minnie, definitely Figaro. I'm going to go with the pink Minnie head. I'm going to go ahead and do the hair bows, but I honestly don't know that I'm going to use them, but I'm going to have them ready just in case. And I was going to do it on white glitter clay. But because I'm doing the cat stamp and the Minnie's head stamp on white clay, I think I'm going to do these on silver glitter. So, and we'll do that while the silver ink is drying, because there's no point in rushing that situation. So, okay, you guys, my craft table area is such a mess. I can't even. It's just off camera. You would not believe how incredibly messy it is. I have no room over here whatsoever. Okay, silver glitter. Which I did not pull out yet. There we go. So anyway, uh-oh, where did the... Okay. Losing it, you guys. Losing it. And then I was up early today because I heard from the gentleman that has Mama Cat, who has not had kittens, so apparently she's not a Mama Cat. Which is odd because I know that I literally saw her hooking up, shall we say, with at least 2 different male cats on the yard. So that is odd that she's not had babies, but she's still running amok in his shop. He hasn't been able to get his hands on her to get her into her condo, which is like a leveled, multi-level, large condo, so she'll have room to, you know, climb and whatnot. And so he had wanted me to contact him this morning to see about coming out to help him, but then, so I stayed up, and then when I heard back from him, he's like, no, it's not a good day. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I went to bed, but I had my alarm set for 2:30 because maintenance is supposed to be coming back out. My air conditioning is still working. I still have the window unit set up in my bedroom, and I don't intend to take it down because no matter what I do, even when my air conditioning is working, my bedroom is consistently 10 to 15 degrees hotter than every other room in the house. So we're going to see what it does to my electric bill this month to keep the house AC up higher and then just run the window unit when I'm sleeping, because that's the only time I need it, and I turn it off when I go to work. And I'm only in my bedroom when I'm sleeping, so we're going to see if, instead of trying to keep a 3-story townhome at 70 degrees, we're going to just leave it at like 72 and have the window unit and see how that goes. But I did have maintenance coming back out because there was a lot of lint buildup on the outside part of the dryer vent, what comes out of the house. And I'm concerned about that being a fire hazard. But he didn't have a tall enough ladder to get it, so he'll be back next weekend for that. And then also I had a honeysuckle tree growing in my window well. Because I don't ever go in my backyard, you guys, for a couple of reasons. One, the neighbor's dog is homicidal and wants to kill me every time he sees me, which is really weird because animals love me, but not that dog. He doesn't love anybody, though. He goes after everybody, so I don't take it personally. But then also he's doing his business out there, so it kind of smells. And I'm just, you know, if I'm home, I'm either sleeping or I'm in here, you know. So I just don't ever, and then I also usually have the clear plastic shrink wrap over the sliding glass door to try and keep the cold out in the winter and the hot out in the summer. So I don't ever go out that door. So I had no idea there was a honeysuckle tree growing in my window well until they came out to fix my air conditioning. And so maintenance was supposed to come out after 3 today, and he literally rang my doorbell right at 3 o'clock, which makes me wonder if he was sitting in my driveway waiting for it to become 3 o'clock, because after what happened with the maintenance man not realizing I was home and sleeping and walking right into the bedroom and scaring the bejeezies out of me, and then I scared him because I jumped out of bed naked, which is terrifying to anybody, trust me on that. So now they notify me 48 hours in advance, and then the maintenance guy contacted me directly to let me know, you know, to ask what time I wanted him to come. And so we're getting better communication with the maintenance here, so that's a good thing. And then as soon as he left, I went back to bed because I was still tired because I was only on like 4 hours of sleep. So, and I actually took NyQuil before I went back to bed because I just was feeling like I was coming down with something. So I don't know if there was like an allergy thing going on there or what, but I was feeling pretty yucky. So woke up about 10 o'clock, went down and cleaned my kitchen and cooked beef stroganoff. Watched a little bit of TV. And now it's about 3 in the morning. And so like I said, I want to get these into the oven and get my laundry going, and then I'll go to bed. Tomorrow I'm meeting my aunt for dinner. And then when I get home from that, I'll be back in here playing. So, and like I said, I wanted to have tiles ready to go. So, sorry you guys, didn't mean to not be in the shot. There's our Mickey ears, Minnie ears. Sorry, Minnie ears. Why does that look so crooked? Hold on. My hair is usually in a ponytail, but I took a shower, so it's down and it's blowing in my face and driving me crazy. So I'm very happy that it looks like I have a load for Monday. I was concerned because, you know, a lot of places are closed for the holiday, but the highways aren't closed, so we don't get, the only holiday we get off is Christmas Day. And so I, you know, available to work 364 days a year. But, you know, I'm on this fleet where it's weekends, I'm home, so. But I was a little worried because every time there's a holiday where it's like, you know, Monday holiday, all the places that we get loads from are closed, and so then we end up not working and we don't get paid for the holiday, so it really stinks. So I started being the squeaky wheel, I think Tuesday, and just reminding our dispatch to come up with something, 'cause I got bills to pay. Sorry, I know my head's probably in there. Alright, we're going to zoom out a little bit more because I just keep getting out of the shot. Or maybe I can, sorry. There, that might be better. When I had maintenance out last weekend for my air conditioner, or last Monday rather, as I said, I don't use my sliding glass door. So what's in front of it is 2 really big cat trees. And then on the floor in between them is Opie's cat bed. Because, you know, he's getting old. He doesn't really climb that much anymore. So he likes to be at floor level. And he likes to lay in front of the sliding glass door because what's behind me is just an open field and then trees. So there's a lot of animal activity. And he likes to just watch the birds and the squirrels and the rabbits and the possums and whatever else. So, but when maintenance and I went out back to look at my air conditioning unit, I had picked up his bed, which is, like I said, a cat bed, but then there's his favorite fuzzy blanket on it as well. And I tossed it up on the couch to get it out of the way while we were going in and out of the sliding glass door. And then as soon as they were done and they left, I went to work, and I forgot to put his bed back on the floor. And then when I got back on Tuesday morning, I didn't even go in the living room, and I just went to bed. And he was just griping the whole time I was trying to sleep. And I was like, for the love of God, what do you want? And it wasn't until Wednesday morning that I actually had a bite to eat before I went to bed. I don't generally eat when I come home from work. I just go straight to bed. And then that's when I noticed that his cat bed was still up on the couch. And I was like, oh, is that what you've been trying to tell me for the last 2 days? And I wasn't even done putting it back on the floor, and he was climbing into it. So yeah, that's what he was trying to tell me. And I was like, I'm sorry. Bad mommy. How dare I move your stuff? And, which, by the way, the definition of his stuff is anything in the house, because, you know, what's his is his, what's mine is his, and what's unclaimed is his, and what randomly blows through the house is his, and yeah, so anyway. And then in other news, I have so much news, you guys. This is what happens when I don't film for a couple of weeks. I don't check my mail every day for 2 reasons. One, my mail is delivered to a bank of boxes like clear on the other side of my subdivision, and I'm lazy and I don't think about it, you know, unless I'm expecting a package. I just don't go check it that often. And when I went and checked it one day this week, I think it was Tuesday morning, I had a summons to appear to testify because I had called 911 on a suspected drunk driver on the highway when I was driving my truck, because he decided, he was all over the road, he took out a couple of road signs, and then all of a sudden he like floored it and sped off. And I slowed down because I was afraid he was going to wreck, and I was going to come around a corner and he was going to be sitting in the middle of the road. And I came around the corner and he hadn't wrecked, but he decided that was a great place to stop and get out and go to the bathroom. And had I not slowed down, I would have plowed right into him because he was at the back bumper of his Jeep. But at that point, I was able to get his license plate number. And so I called it in and then went on my way. Well, then like 4 hours later, I'm almost done for the night. And I get a phone call from an officer, and they had found him passed out in his vehicle in a truck stop parking lot, and wanted to know if I was willing to do a written witness statement, which I was. I wouldn't call in if I wasn't willing to. And I mean, I'm sorry, I feel bad, but then, you know, also I look at it like, you know, you were the one that made the stupid decision to drive drunk on my highway. That's the way I look at it. And so I did a written statement. And this was last September. And then I forgot all about it because, you know, I figured, well, he, you know, pled guilty or took a plea deal or whatever. And because I hadn't heard anything. Well, the summons was because he was pleading not guilty. And it was going to trial. But the trial was back on May 11th. So I missed it. And I was like, oh, crap. You know, because it says on the letter, if you fail to appear, there could be a warrant issued for your arrest. You know, you could be fined. There's all these ramifications. And so then I was like, well, now I can't go to bed until I call the district attorney's office and find out how much trouble I'm in. Which I wasn't, because the trial had been postponed or canceled. And I guess now he is going to take the plea deal. And so hopefully I won't have to go testify, because it's like 180 miles from my house, which I would be reimbursed for, but, you know, then I would also lose at least 1 day's pay. And so, and like I said, I feel a little guilty, but not a lot guilty, because he was, you know, not a smart decision. And my viewpoint on it is, I don't want to read in the paper the next day that a family in a minivan got taken out by a drunk driver, and that I might have potentially prevented if I had just called it in. So, and I asked the highway patrol, because like I'm practically on a first name basis with them now. I'm like, if you don't want me to call stuff in, I won't call stuff in. And they're like, no, we can't be everywhere. We rely on the eyes and ears of the public to, you know, let us know where there's trouble so that we can come take care of it. And so I'm like, okay, well, then that's what, then I'll continue to call stuff in. So, but anyway, yeah, that was kind of exciting. This is white pearl clay. I was going to do white glitter clay, but because I'm using silver glitter clay for the buttons, and I don't want to use too much glitter, so we're going to go white pearl for this. It's so soft and squishy and sticky that it's hard to make it a nice, even square tile, but I'm going to do my best with it. And by the way, Garfield's in here. He's over on the futon and he's snoring. I can hear him. So, looks like there was a little bit of some kind of color in there. So, we're going to keep rolling till I get a nice piece where there isn't color. And then we're going to do Minnie and the Figaro stamp. And let's do Figaro first. We're going to do him in black ink. And then Minnie's head in black ink. And then when I do the Friends Forever in black ink, even though it's on a different color clay, it's all going to tie in. Because the focal tile will be on the pink clay with silver ink and black ink. And then I've got pink clay with silver ink and then white clay with black ink. So it'll all tie together. So this is the little cat that I feel is Figaro-like. Because if you watched my video of my sharing my stamps stash, and when I did the pet binder, you guys know that I have an ungodly amount of cat stamps. I mean, too many. I don't know. Can you have too many cat stamps? I don't know. Let's see. And then, oh my gosh, my hair is driving me crazy. I need like a headband or something. Do they still make headbands? Remember headbands? Used to get them in my stocking every year at Christmas. The cheap, thin plastic ones that would break really easy. But that had every color of the rainbow. Alright, Minnie's face. Good enough. After I bake it, I might hit those two spots with black alcohol ink. We'll see. And I think I'm going to color her bow with alcohol ink instead of mica powder. And her face as well. So, alright. Let's get these cut out. Move the silver ink. Okay. Sorry, I know my head's probably in there. I got sidetracked. But anyway, it looks like I have a load on me for Monday. So that's a good thing. The other thing I got in the mail was a check from TurboTax. Apparently they overcharged me. And there was a lawsuit or something I wasn't even aware of. But I got a check for like $28.60 or something like that. I didn't even know about it. And I was like, oh, okie dokie. There's a little itty bitty piece of pink clay stuck to this, so I'm gonna just try to oh well. So I need to go to the bank and get that deposited. I tried to do it through my phone, but apparently you have to go in and sign a form first before you can do mobile deposit or whatever it's called. So, and I have not done so. Wouldn't be a big deal, except for my bank is like 30 miles away from me. Kind of sucks. So why does that look crooked? Sometimes looking at the back of it when you're not looking at the image can help you see where it's crooked. Just cut a piece of my hair off. That's lovely. That's where the little piece of pink came from. It's stuck to my blade. I'm a hot mess, you guys. Still looks crooked. Running out of room to trim. So I better get it straight, so to speak. Alright, there we go. There's Minnie's head. Alright. Still wet. Scared to try it, you guys. It's not wet, but I'm getting a little bit of, maybe not. No, see, I'm still getting a little bit of, all right. I'm going to go away and hit that with the heat gun a little bit and see if I can't get that ink to dry, and then I'll come back. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I think it's dry, so we're going to give this a go. Fingers crossed. Okay. If it doesn't work, like I said, I have a plan B that I know will work. Got it inked up. Okay. Sorry if my head's in there. I don't know, you guys. What do you think? Sorry, I know my head's in there. I don't feel like it's very readable. I could go back over it with a black Sharpie after I bake it. I've got the impression there. I'll do both. I'll do this way and then I'll do my plan B and then I'll see which way after I bake. Okay, so we want to line up with the words to some extent. Line up on my grid. Because you don't really have a middle per se of the heart, so. Oh my gosh, my nose, the hair is tickling my nose. I have a really bad habit of grabbing the stray pieces of hair that tickle my nose and yanking them out, and then I know they're all coming back gray. And I don't do hair coloring. I did it one time and my hair was falling out in clumps. It just does not do well with any kind of chemical kind of stuff, so. And I don't care. Who do I need to impress? The cats and the raccoons? They don't mind my gray hair. Alright, so there's that version. And then we're going to do plan B. Watch this. So, I'm going to stamp out the word on a piece of cardstock. And then we're going to cut it out. And we're going to put it over. I'll show you. Watch this, you guys. Sarah did this in one of her projects, and it worked really well. So, I guess I should use a paper cutter so that it's perfectly straight. I need to use scissors now. I'm not real good with paper cutters. Not that I'm any better with scissors, but I just need to have a that'll work. A square big enough. Then we're gonna pull this back through. I just stabbed myself with my blade. That kind of hurt. So you think I would have moved it the first time I did that, but no. It's more fun to leave it there and then I can say ouch twice. I think I need a little more clay. I love souffle. I almost kind of think I might get to the point where I don't buy the regular Sculpey 3 anymore and I just buy Primo and the souffle and the glitter and the pearl. Because the regular Primo does pretty well. But the regular Sculpey 3 is what's really sticky. Of course, the Primo costs more. I guess because it's higher quality. I assume. I don't know. Seems to be. Okay. So we put that down. And I gotta get the hard stamp back. What do I do with it? And what do I do with the silver ink? Seriously? Told you guys my table's a mess. There it is. Found it. It was under the paper cutter. Alright. See if I can line this up. Sorry about my head. Fingers crossed, you guys. Seriously? It didn't even stamp up there. I don't know if I can line it back up. We're going to try. Probably not going to work. I don't know, I gotta take the paper off and then decide. I think that's all right. I think that's all right. Okay. Oh, by the way, you guys, something I learned. I left a clear rubber stamp attached to a stamping block, but I had double-sided tape underneath it. And it started like dissolving the stamp on the back where it was connected to the tape. So don't ever leave your clear stamps attached to a stamping block with double-sided tape, because, I mean, when I pulled it off, it was like slime coming off the back of my stamp. So just little tip, something I learned here recently. Okay. Because when the stamps lose their stickiness, I put a little piece of double-sided tape on there to hold them down, because you don't want to be going like this and then have the stamp fall off when it's all inked up. That's never a good thing. So, all right. Let's see how this works. Friends forever. Sorry about my head. That's not bad. We'll bake them both and see how it goes. So let me cut this one out. And then I wanted to do one more thing to bake before I head to bed. So, all right, so I know I want to be lined up with the square for the most part. So one of these two options will work. Not sure which one, but one of them will. Again, this isn't even for anybody. It's just for me. I had somebody ask me why I didn't just do a Patreon or a YouTube membership channel where like the how-to videos would be under the membership channel and just the final reveal would be under the non-membership channel. But I don't know. I don't have time to look into all that stuff and deal with any of that right now anyway. I'm not ready to make this a business. All right, so there's what we got so far. Let's throw them on the lid and see what kind of spacing we got going on. Come here, lid. Come here, lid. Come here, lid. Could I zoom out a little? Okay. So it would be Friends Forever in the middle. Minnie's head. Figaro. Minnie button. Figaro button. The Minnie ears. I think glove would go here. So we'll go here. Pink heart. Paw print. Something like that. I do still have the two bows. Which I don't feel like I need. I mean, maybe one there. button. Like one here. Something like that. I think these are dry enough to cut out real quick. And I may only use two. I may not use the one with the bows. So Figaro. Minnie. Something like that. I've got pink leafing paw prints. I don't want to like cut because once you cut you can't uncut. Haha. But I can straighten up the ones that are crooked anyway. That one doesn't have anything on it. That's kind of pointless. So I don't want to cut this up until I know how big of pieces I need, but like paw print. Paw print. And like paw print as an example. Wasn't even in the shot. Guys, you gotta yell at me when I'm not in the shot. I'll hear you. So, looking at it to see what else I'm gonna need. I could do some black clay with some mica powders. But see, the issue with mica powders is like how they look on the black clay. See, like that looks purple. That one's a maybe. Let's see. And they just, some of the pinks, they look purple on the black clay. That's why I took the time to do this, where I did examples on black and white clay. That one's a maybe. Let's see what else I got in here. Kind of purpley. If I wanted to do something on black clay with the mica powders. But this is pink lips. Like even if I just did like swirlies or polka dots or something. Something to think about. I'll have to think on that. And then I definitely could use a couple more things on white clay. And I was thinking I would do, on the white clay, I would do, like I have a stamp that's like a trail of paw prints that I would put right here. And then like a heart, something heart related up here. So let's see what I've got in my, I have all kinds of heart stuff. Too big. Too big. Need smaller ones. I was watching a video on YouTube the other day. It's kind of neat. It's got polka dots and hearts. And I could cut it in half and just have a strip of 3. And I could do it in pink. I think I want to do pink stamping for these two. So that's a maybe. This lady that had, the way she had her stamps organized. Have the word hugs. And she did like a 3-ring binder. These stamps are polka dotted, or these hearts are polka dotted. That's perfect. That's the one. I might do that one too, just to have it, in case I decide I want to use it. Anyway, so she had, like every single stamp that she had stamped out on just like white printer paper. So like every time she would get a new clear stamp set, she would take out her binder and like every flower would get stamped on the flower page and every heart would get stamped on the heart page and so on and so forth and so on, which I thought was neat. And then she had them, you know, each set labeled so she knew where to find it and all that jazz. And I also just have this set of 3 little hearts. That might be cute too. And I thought it was kind of cute because I don't take my clear stamp sets apart because I'm using them for a mosaic. And so I want all of the similar stamps together. Or not all the similar stamps, but I want the sets to stay together. But I got to thinking that might be like a winter snow day project to start doing. This one's kind of neat too. It's not going to hurt me to have some extra pink hearts stamped out. I'll find a use for them somewhere. Oh, that one's really neat. But to have like a page of every single heart stamp and where to find it. So that like if I wanted to find a heart that was with polka dots, it would be easier to do. Am I making any sense or am I rambling and talking in circles? So, I mean, it would be a lot of effort. And then every time you got rid of stamps, you'd have to go back there and cross out the ones you get rid of and stuff. But it would be neat to just have one binder to flip through to go like, here's all my cat stamps, here's all my heart stamps, here's all my flower stamps. Something to think about. All right. Yeah, definitely need some white. So we're going to do these 4 on the white with the pink ink. I was going to do them on the pink clay, but I think I have enough pink going on. So, yeah. Told you guys I'm kind of all over the place. So yeah, so we're going to do these hearts real quick, and then I'm going to get these in the oven, and then I'm going to bed. So. Wow. All kinds of pink clay in my pasta machine. Next time I buy a new pasta machine, I'm going to have one that's just designated for white clay only. And then have a second one for colored clay so that I don't have this kind of stuff happening. I mean, it'll blend in if I keep running it through, but it's kind of a pain. in the tuchus. Okay, so this is the pink ink. And it's called Magenta Hue. And it's archival ink by Ranger. Acid-free, permanent, waterproof. Alright, so let's stamp some hearts, shall we? Stamping out the Queen of Hearts. No, I don't know. You don't want to hear my singing, trust me. Nobody wants to hear my singing. I don't know that I'm going to like this one stamped out, but we're going to do it anyway. It's alright. It's alright. That didn't stamp very well. Don't know why. We're gonna call it good. I'm tired. I'm the only one that knows it didn't stamp out very well. Well, now and all of you, but you guys won't tell me, will you? Be our little secret. I can't even tell if I'm getting ink on here, because this is such a subtle. Cute. That's probably going to be the one I end up using because it's polka dots. And her bow is polka dotted. And her dress is polka dotted. Kind of feel like I want to do a second one. Think I will. Less is more? No, more is more. Cute. So I don't have two. And I'm going to do paw prints. So, and this is something I would do if I didn't have a project in mind. Like on a snow day where I know I've only got a couple hours in the craft room. If I don't have something in progress, I would just come in here with, pull out some clay and some stamps and my ink pads and just make a bunch of filler tiles. Because you never know. They'll get used on something eventually. That's what I always say. Might even see if I can find those, remember the pink glitter stickers that I did on mirror tiles for my bedroom project that I said I ended up not liking? And what was there, like a butterfly and a bow and music notes and a flower? So a couple, three of those might end up working on this as well. I was not thinking when I freaking stamped these out. Let's see how I can do this. There we go. We're okay. We're okay. I'm not as oopsie as I thought I was. The reason that I eliminated these rings from the layout was because they're essentially stickers, and I've got the stickers on the pink paper under the glass cabochon, so I felt like that was too much. That's why I eliminated those. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of wish I would have done this on white paper or something. Too late now, though. Too late now. I mean, if I had more of the stickers, I would redo it, but I don't have any more of those stickers, so. It's alright. You can't have too much pink with Minnie, right? Pink is her whole world. I'm going to go ahead and cut this into two because I know I'm not going to want it completely. Up and down. Like I said, I think I want to use the polka dotty ones. Sorry about my head. So, y'all got big plans for the holiday weekend? I don't. Not doing much of anything. Not much of anything. I'm going to do some paw prints and then I'm going to let you guys go. I feel like I could probably do that. Well, it's not taking me that long to cut these apart. I don't know. Now I'm kind of wondering about that silver flower. I don't have anything else flowery on there, but don't have to have multiples. But I might dig through my flower stamps and see if I can come up with a flower that's similar to the metal one that I did, which is like a 5-petal. So like a daisy kind of deal, I guess. And pink, and stamp out a couple of pink ones of those. I'll do that off camera though. And then next time I come back, I'll show you what I have come up with. All right, and you guys have seen me do paw prints before. I don't think you need to see me do that again. So here, let me just show you what I've got so far. So here's what we got. I'm going to zoom in on it, make sure I'm in the shot. So that's kind of where we're at for right now. So there's the little hearts. And then I'll do a little, maybe strip of paw prints here. And maybe some flowers similar to that over here. No, the paw prints would not go here because they're going to be on white. And I want to space out. So maybe here. And then, or maybe down here, and then do a little bit of flowers right here. Yeah. Anyway, so that's where we're at for right now, you guys. I think it's coming together. What do you guys think? I think it's coming together. And I do have the Friends Forever on top of the paw prints, but I'm probably going to use that one because I feel like it looks better than this one. But we'll see after I bake. All right, you guys. I think that's it for now. We're at over an hour. Yeah, I probably bored you enough for tonight. So, all right, you guys. So that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.